Welcome to part 2, where we feature the rest of the story on what happens to the NFL's top draft picks after they're showered with hype and hailed as the future of their teams. This time, some rise to greatness, like Joe Burrow leading his squad to the Super Bowl, while others, like Baker Mayfield, face an unpredictable mix of glory and setbacks. And then, there are those still battling to find their place, like Bryce Young. Will they all live up to their potential, or are some destined for disappointment? Let's find out. Baker Mayfield entered the league with a lot of excitement. His outstanding college career at the University of Oklahoma and winning the Heisman Trophy in 2017 symbolized hope for a Browns team that had been searching for a franchise quarterback for years. But his rookie season started on the bench. Later on, though, he stepped into the spotlight in Week 3 after an injury to Tyrod Taylor. In his first start against the New York Jets, he ended the Browns' 19-game winless streak, leading the team to victory.
It's like pressure off the edge. Little trick play and a throw to Baker Mayfield to tie the game from Jarvis Landry. Is that Cleveland?
His stats were so impressive that he capped off his rookie year by setting an NFL record for the most touchdown passes by a rookie, throwing 27 and proving his ability to make big plays. His career since then has been a mix of highs and lows. While 2019 brought struggles with turnovers, he bounced back in 2020, leading the Browns to their first playoff appearance in nearly 2 decades and a playoff win. After a rocky 2021 season, he was traded to the Carolina Panthers.
I'm here with Baker Mayfield in his first interview as a Carolina Panther. Baker, welcome. And how are you feeling right now?
Thank you, first of all. I feel great. Obviously, the last week's been much of a roller coaster, but it's been great. So excited about it, looking forward to it, and just doing the whole house hunting thing and trying to figure out where life's going to take us.
However, injuries hampered his progress. Later on, he moved to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a starting quarterback, and he's now focused on rebuilding his career. Now, before we move on with the next one, if you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell as we now feature Kyler Murray, another quarterback who has a similar hype and promise like Mayfield.
With the first pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Kyler Murray, quarterback, Oklahoma.
And so it is.
After being drafted, Kyler quickly established himself as one of the most exciting quarterbacks in the NFL. His rare blend of speed, agility, and precision passing made him a crucial addition to the Cardinals.
Pistol formation here. It is Murray on the keep. It's Ivan. Kyler Murray! Turn on the afterburners. He's gone!
And, well, in his rookie season, he wasted no time proving his worth. He debuted against the Detroit Lions, throwing for 308 yards and 2 touchdowns. Throughout the season, he threw for 3,722 yards and 20 touchdowns, while also raking in 544 rushing yards, showing his unique ability to threaten defenses through the air and on the ground. This performance earned him NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year honors. He continued to build on that success in 2020, surpassing 4,000 passing yards and nearly 800 rushing yards, leading the Cardinals to the playoffs in 2021. Unfortunately, a torn ACL in 2022 interrupted his momentum. As he recovers, his undeniable talent and potential still make him a key figure in Arizona's future, and he remains a pivotal player when healthy. And it's evident so far that his dynamic playstyle has quickly made him one of the most electric quarterbacks to watch. Speaking of electrifying talents, Joe Burrow, the first overall pick in 2020, took the league by storm. Taken first by the Cincinnati Bengals in the 2020 NFL Draft, Joe has quickly proven to be one of the NFL's top quarterbacks. Coming off an incredible college career at LSU, where he won the Heisman Trophy and led the Tigers to a national championship, he entered the league with sky-high expectations. In his rookie season in 2020, he immediately made an impact, showcasing his talent and leadership. He started 10 games and threw for 2,688 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions before his season was abruptly cut short due to a significant injury. He suffered a torn ACL and MCL during a game against Washington, requiring surgery that would sideline him for the rest of the year. Despite the early setback, Burrow's poise and decision-making had already turned heads, and his potential was undeniable. Within no time, he returned in 2021 with renewed determination, leading the Bengals to an impressive turnaround season. He threw for over 4,600 yards and 34 touchdowns, propelling Cincinnati to an 11-5 record and their first Super Bowl appearance in over 30 years.
Quick snap. Burrow with a look. End zone throw. Touchdown. T. Higgins.
After that campaign, Burrow was named NFL Comeback Player of the Year in 2022. He followed it up by leading the Bengals to another playoff appearance, finishing that season with over 4,400 passing yards, 35 touchdowns, and a passer rating of 108.3. His continued excellence has helped keep the Bengals competitive, and his leadership within the locker room has grown as he's become a mentor to younger players and a key figure in the team's culture. As of mid-September 2024, he remains a force on the field. He has thrown for over 1,500 yards with a completion percentage above 65%, further proving his ability to thrive under pressure. And just as Burrow overcame adversity, the following year, Trevor Lawrence had his own trials to face as he navigated the professional ranks. You see, Lawrence entered the NFL with massive expectations following his standout career at Clemson, where he led the Tigers to a national championship. So, seen as the answer to the Jaguars' struggles, Lawrence's first season, however, turned out to be more difficult than anticipated, filled with both on-field challenges and team instability. In his rookie season, Lawrence and the Jaguars finished with a disappointing 3-14 record, marking one of the worst years in franchise history. While Lawrence showed moments of brilliance, he struggled with consistency, throwing for 3,641 yards and 12 touchdowns, but also a league-high 17 interceptions tied with Matthew Stafford. Much of his struggles, though, were not solely his fault. A shaky offensive line hindered him, dropped passes, and an overall lack of support from his coaching staff, led by Urban Meyer, who was fired after one turbulent season. However, he was also in challenging situations, holding the ball too long and sometimes making poor reads under pressure. Despite these challenges, Lawrence had flashes of his potential, especially in Week 18 when he led the Jaguars to an upset win over the Indianapolis Colts, throwing for 223 yards and 2 touchdowns in a game that showed he could perform in high-pressure moments. The 2022 offseason, though, brought much-needed changes. Jacksonville hired Doug Peterson as head coach, bringing in a proven leader with Super Bowl experience. Under Peterson, he made a significant leap in his second season, completing over 66% of his passes for more than 4,000 yards and 25 touchdowns with just 8 interceptions.
This season, this is a 2nd and 7. Lawrence on the move, looking, throws, end zone, touchdown! Zay Jones!
His decision-making improved, and he became more adept at reading defenses, showing the growth expected from a quarterback of his caliber. Fast forward to 2024, and Trevor Lawrence has firmly established himself as Jacksonville's franchise quarterback. His performance continues to improve as he matures into the role, becoming more efficient and poised under pressure. In recent games, he's consistently throwing for over 250 yards per game and maintaining a solid passer rating, a sign of his ongoing development. For example, in Week 2 of the 2024 season, he completed 14 of 30 passes for 220 yards without any interceptions, proving his ability to keep the offense moving against formidable defenses. His journey from struggles to becoming the franchise cornerstone was a testament to his talent and determination. In contrast, Travon Walker wasn't tasked with leading an offense, but rather disrupting one. Known for his remarkable athleticism and versatility when he entered the league, he was seen as a critical piece in the Jaguars' defensive rebuild. His 2022 season offered a glimpse of what he could become. He made an immediate impact in his first game against the Washington Commanders, recording both a sack and an interception. An impressive start that made him the first top overall pick to do so since TJ Watt in 2017. As the season progressed, Walker transitioned from playing as a defensive lineman in college to adapting as an edge rusher in the NFL. Although he experienced the typical growing pains of a rookie, his contributions were notable. He ended the season with 3.5 sacks, 49 total tackles, 10 quarterback hits, and 43 pressures. These stats and his ability to disrupt the run game showed the depth of his potential, even if the sack totals didn't tell the whole story. Head coach Doug Peterson and general manager Trent Baalke praised Walker for his versatility and impact on games, even when the numbers didn't reflect it. Peterson saw Walker's growth firsthand and believed he had only scratched the surface of what he could achieve. Entering his second season in 2023, expectations were high, and Walker didn't disappoint.
Really good defense right there up front. Minshew set again. Travon Walker.
The Jaguars focused on helping him refine his techniques, and it paid off. He recorded 10 sacks, a significant improvement from his rookie year, and had several key performances highlighting his pass rusher development. As of early 2024, Walker is regarded as one of Jacksonville's most promising young stars. While there have been some critiques about his consistency, particularly in his pass rushing efficiency, his overall impact on the field is undeniable. Shifting gears to 2023, the focus returned to quarterbacks as another young talent stepped onto the scene with high expectations. I'm talking about Bryce Young. Selected as the first overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, Bryce entered the league with high expectations after an impressive college career at the University of Alabama. As a Heisman Trophy winner, he was viewed as a potential franchise savior for the Carolina Panthers, who had struggled to find stability at quarterback. However, his transition to the NFL has been filled with promise and challenges. His rookie season in 2023 kicked off with plenty of excitement, but it quickly became apparent that adjusting to the pro level would be challenging. In his debut against the Atlanta Falcons, Young threw for 213 yards and a touchdown, though he also had 2 interceptions. His second game, a home debut against the New Orleans Saints, saw him throw for another 153 yards and another touchdown, but the Panthers remained winless at 0-2. Throughout the season, consistency became a recurring issue for the young quarterback. By the end of the year, he had thrown for 2,877 yards with 11 touchdowns and 10 interceptions across 16 games.
Without a huddle here. He throws, it's caught, and Bryce Young has his first NFL.
Despite these struggles, there were flashes of his potential, particularly in handling pressure and making plays under challenging circumstances. Heading into his second year, the Panthers made some significant changes, including hiring Dave Canales as head coach, hoping to reignite Young's development. Canales, known for his work with quarterbacks, was brought in to give Young the tools and strategies to succeed in 2024. However, the early part of the new season brought more challenges. After 2 games in which Young completed 31 of 56 passes for just 244 yards and 3 interceptions, the Panthers opted to bench him in favor of veteran Andy Dalton. This harsh decision came after Carolina scored only 13 points in their first 2 games and suffered heavy defeats. As of September 2024, Young's future is at a crossroads. While his benching highlights the struggles he's endured, it's too soon to count him out. Many analysts still see his potential to grow, especially if he learns from Dalton and adapts to Canales' system. There is still hope that, with time and support, Bryce Young can turn things around and emerge as a critical figure in the team's future. That's all. Now have a look at this video on how the Pittsburgh Steelers' current team is terrifying. You'll love it.